She joined the army to serve her country, but ended up dead in a tent with a broken nose, bruised body, and burns between her legs. And the army says it was a suicide. LaVena Johnson was just 19 years old, honor roll student, book smart, sweet. She joined the army to help pay for college and support her younger siblings. In 2005, she was deployed to Balad, Iraq, working in communications. She was healthy, upbeat, and in regular contact with her family. She made plans to come home for Christmas. But on July 19th, LaVena was found dead inside a contractor's tent. The army told her parents it was suicide, said she used her M16 rifle to shoot herself. But things didn't add up. This is what her father had to say.
Soldier on our porch. He stepped in our foyer and he said, "This morning, LaVena L. Johnson died of self-inflicted wounds." I was just overwhelmed. I said, "Wait a minute. Are you saying that my daughter committed suicide?" And he said, "Her death is being investigated." A casualty liaison came within 2 days. He said, "I was told to tell you to have a closed casket." We wanted to have an open casket. We had the funeral, and my daughter, Lakeisha, walked over to that casket. Next thing I know, I hear her, "They murdered my sister. Did you see her face? Her face is all beat up. Her nose is all broke." The Army spent 10 months supposedly doing an investigation. I tried to pressure them for a copy of the evidence. And actually, it took a congressional act. When you take the information that the Army didn't want us to have and you compare that with the criminal investigators' report, they don't match. They didn't find her in her barracks, so the Army lied about that. They found her in a contractor's tent. I called my brother Joseph because Joseph has a degree in criminal science. If you don't fight for your daughter, who's gonna do it? He said, "I'm gonna tell you something else though, John. Let's be realistic." He said, "If you're not gonna go all the way with these white boys, don't mess with them."
When LaVena's body returned home, she had a black eye, a broken nose, teeth knocked loose, bruises on her upper body and arms, and burn marks between her legs. The Army didn't mention any of that to her family. They claimed she had been depressed because of a breakup, but her emails told a different story. She'd just spoken to her mom about Christmas shopping. There was no note, no clear motives, no sign of suicidal behavior. And this so-called suicide weapon was found 8 feet away from her body. She was right-handed, but the gunshot entered from the left. Then came the photos. After the Johnson family fought for months to get them under the Freedom of Information Act, they finally saw what the Army didn't want them to see. LaVena's body had gloves glued to her hands, likely to cover up defensive wounds. There were chemical burns on her genitals and hands, which experts say could have been used to destroy DNA evidence after a rape. There was blood on the back of her uniform pants, but none in the vaginal area. A trail of burned papers and gasoline was found next to her body. And the fire looked like someone tried to set her body on fire to destroy the scene. Now, the tent she was found in belonged to a private military contractor, and investigators didn't even question everyone who worked there. Y'all, after everything I just said, the Army still called it a suicide, closed the case, and told her parents to move on. LaVena's family never stopped fighting. They pushed for a congressional investigation, but nothing came of it. To this day, the U.S. government refuses to reopen the case. It's been almost 20 years, and the question still stands, what really happened to LaVena Johnson? Say her name, say her story. She served this country. She deserves protection. She deserves justice. Follow Truth in the Black, because LaVena Johnson's story still matters.